What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream, guys. And if you haven't already seen the news by now, well, you're going to hear it from me now. Former fourth-round pick out of Michigan State, 2019 draft pick, Khari Willis is retiring from the Indianapolis Colts and from the NFL. So that is the big news today, guys. And forgive me, I'm trying to see if I can find more people to hop into this call with me, but I will show you guys the message that has been shared across his social medias and everyone else's, stating at first, this is from Khari Willis as of a few hours ago. I'd first like to thank the Indianapolis Colts organization for granting me the opportunity to compete in the National Football League the past 3 years. I've built lifelong relationships with numerous teammates, coaches, and support staff that have impacted me greatly. The lessons that I've learned in this phase of my life will be valuable for me into my next chapter. With much prayer and deliberation, I have elected to officially retire from the NFL as I endeavor to devote the remainder of my life to the further advancement of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I thank all of my family, friends, and those who have supported me on this journey thus far, and I look forward to your continued support throughout the next phase of my life. Both humbled and excited to pursue the holy call that God has for my life, which brings me much joy and purpose. Thank you for all your support over the years. God bless, Khari Willis. So that was the news today coming out that Khari Willis will be retiring to basically get involved in ministry with God. So this is big news, guys. If you haven't already checked out the recent video that Cody put out earlier this afternoon, make sure you go and do that. He put that video out a little bit earlier, breaking down the news right away. And we will, believe me, have a couple videos out here and there over the next few days to basically break down what this means for the Indianapolis Colts. But, this one really stinks because, Khari Willis, I know some people, say whatever they want about Willis's playing ability, but, I'm sure this one stinks for Cody because, Khari Willis was his guy, when we drafted him and when he got in there. I mean, him and I have always kind of said, Okereke, Willis, guys like that. And we've had our competition, with who we think is, going to be the future star more than the other. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things that Khari Willis was, again, a starter for this team for many years. And for his first 3 years, this is a guy that didn't have many expectations coming out of the NFL right away, but he came right into the starting role and he did a very good job at it. Obviously we kind of look back at the player that he was. Obviously, like I said, drafted in 2019, played 3 seasons for Indianapolis, had 4 interceptions during that time, had a pick 6 against the Raiders back in 2020. That was a big one. This guy played in a lot of big games, played in a lot of good stuff. 2020, I think we all can fairly say that was his best year. We were hoping that this year he was going to come back and, maybe see a resurgence in Khari Willis, but it doesn't look like we're going to officially get that. So I do want to hear your guys' opinions. So leave me in the comments as well what you're feeling about this news of Khari Willis. I will say make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, if you can. Helps get this out to more and more people. Seth Straub, what up, dude? Hope you guys stream long. I'm working on a 30-page paper for college right now. Hey, those papers are rough, aren't they? I know how that feels. Don't know how long this stream will go. If I can get somebody else in here to chat with me, then maybe I can go a little bit longer. Unfortunately, it's just me today with Cody. Wednesdays are those days where you just can't really do anything. Joseph Schmidt, what's up, y'all? Jordan, what's up? Yeah, I don't think there will be much more cap space because I think he's on a rookie contract. Yeah, there wasn't much of a hit when it came to the cap when it came to Khari Willis because, like you said, he was on his rookie contract. But it's more room now for. We talked about it quite a few times over the offseason about if Khari Willis was, if we saw him return to that 2020 form that we saw. I mean, would it have been logical to think, oh, maybe we could see him get a decent contract, something like that. But wish nothing but the best. Can't wait to see what Jesus does to Willis in the future. Oh, absolutely, Jordan. Absolutely. Love it that, he's going and I'm glad that he would have been able to go do the thing that he enjoys. I'll say this. I've been watching some of the comments from the earlier video, and it's truly sad how many people are willing to just drag him in through everything for no reason whatsoever. Frank Reich on Khari Willis's retirement says we're thankful and appreciative of Khari's contributions to the Colts both on and off the field over the last 3 seasons. Khari's character, leadership, and professionalism will be missed in our locker room as will his play on Sundays. Says I admire and respect his decision to transition into the next stage of his life in ministry, and my prayers will always be with him. It's one of those situations where, he felt that it was time to go into the next stage of his life. And that basically is just getting into ministry. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. He was a walking, talking injury. What do you mean? Just last year, he played 11 games. Yeah, he had some injuries the year before, but he played in 14 games in 2019 and 2020 and played in 11 games in 2021. He didn't have much injuries. I agree, Zach. Remember when Khari hit stick Derrick Henry? Yeah, he did have a couple good plays here and there, man. He had a couple good ones. Sad to see someone retire so young. Yeah, he was only 26. He's only 26 years old, and he had just turned 26, believe it or not. And yeah, it's crazy to see him retire so quickly, but he does have a couple million. The guy is in a good spot financially to be able to chase where his heart wants to go. So it's really good. I do try to remember who the Colts actually have at safety at this point, because I know obviously McLeod and um Blackman are there, obviously, but we need to be able to figure out who is going to be there next. Obviously, there's Rodney McLeod, and then you have Nick Cross as a backup. Armani Watts is going to be the backup for Julian Blackman. I thought for some weird reason Armani Watts was a cornerback, and that's why I was confused on that at first. But and and Rodney Thomas also has that ability to move back and forth. So there's that, and then Trevor Denbow must be the oh yeah, he must be the undrafted free agents. But yeah, so the Colts, like I said, are still in good depth. They're still in good depth purposes, but it's one of those things that, it really sucks to see another guy leave, so I feel you on that, Flanders. By the players' responses seem to have a big impact. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would see where's yeah, I mean, if anyone cares about it, I mean, you obviously could see Kenny Moore's reaction to this. Never take having a great teammate for granted. From calling your name on draft night to watching you mold into the human you are today. Best wishes in retirement. I'm always in your corner, 37. Love, bro. Yeah, these two definitely had a good relationship with each other. I mean, of course, look at that, man. Tell me those two guys don't love each other, man. Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the Colts. I think it has something to do with just a lot of different things. It's easy to say, oh, there's a lot of guys with early retirements, but when you have early retirements, there's usually a reasoning behind it. And the reasoning behind it is because, for one, Luck was dealing with injuries and wanted to just be able to do just to be a normal person again. Costanzo was getting up there and he was dealing with injuries a little bit too. Willis just had a different passion in life and just wanted to go do something different. There's nothing wrong with that. Do that whatever you want. Do you think Ballard knew this was coming? It, I do remember somebody mentioning that. They thought maybe that was why they drafted um that's why they drafted Nick Cross. Zach Kiefer saying on the safety front, Colts are fairly well equipped to handle this, though Willis is a really solid player and his loss will be felt. Julian Blackman is ahead of schedule, added vets Rodney McLeod and Armani Watts, and traded up to draft Nick Cross. So, the Colts are in a good position to be there. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think that he knew he was going to retire. I felt like this move was more the Nick Cross draft move was literally just to add depth and an ability in a position where you thought you could get better. Ballard's done that before. He's done that in a lot of different positions, so it's not uncommon for Ballard to do something like that. So, it is what it is. And then I obviously got a comment on my status earlier saying like, if your head and heart ain't into the sport, then it's just not something you stick around. I mean, it's much different for a lot of other jobs in America or in other places where, you may not like what you do and your head and heart may not be into it, but you can still do it because it doesn't take a toll on you that much. But I mean, football is completely different. Your heart and head have to be into it, or else you're just not going to be a good player. Yeah, definitely true. Hey, absolutely. Matt, are you I thought you were at work, man. You free? You able to join? You know what? I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna add this guy in here. I'm gonna send him this in case he wants to hop in here. Give him that in case he wants to hop in here. Just sucks. Khari ends up leaving in 3 seasons, I mean, it really does suck. Yeah, I agree, Bada. Later phase. Yeah, absolutely, Brock. Very well said, Jamel. The heck? Is this man at work right now? No way. About to bring this guy's ass in here.
I'm at work, but I can do
You're
this.
at work. Oh my
I'm the only one
goodness.
here, and there's nothing going on. It's summer,
Oh, okay.
so I can hop on. I can at least listen and chat off cam.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'm surprised. I was like, I thought you were at work.
Oh yeah. Say I'm at work for another 6 hours, I think.
Good Lord. I feel bad
So
for you.
yeah, here I'm gonna talk audio.
All right. Sounds
I'm gonna
good.
move some stuff around.
Yeah. So what was your reaction to this news right away?
Uh I was shocked. I mean, I was watching Obi-Wan with the family for a second time and getting ready for work, and then I uploaded that video about Terry McLaurin. I was like, okay, that's it for today. Who knows what I'll upload next? And then I see Free Kick say, hey, Khari Willis retired. I was like, nah. And I looked it up online. I was like, oh wow. Yeah, I was shocked. But I mean, I
Yeah.
understand why. I mean, if he
Yeah,
wants to.
I was at work and Cody messaged me when I was just going on one of my breaks, and then he was like, "Yeah, dude, freaking," he's like, "Yo," I'm like, "Yo, what? What's going on?" And then like I would get on Twitter as he's saying that, and then I see that thing pop up, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened right there."
Yeah, because he's only in the league for what, like 3 seasons? So
Yeah,
that's what
he's only
really
been there for
surprised
3
me.
seasons.
Yeah, that's what really surprised me. I thought he would have played, for a lot longer. But hey, if he wants to be in ministry, I can't blame him for that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought it was it's definitely nice that he's, going out on his own terms and that he's doing things his way and following his heart and where he's at. And, I mean, he's obviously in a good financial situation now where he feels like he can, be able to go and um, be able to do the things that he wants to do. So,
Definitely.
I just hate sometimes how toxic some people can be. Cody uploaded that video on Khari retiring, and then people are just saying that religion's not a good excuse for why you're leaving the team, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
I mean, there's gonna be those people. There's always them. I haven't seen them in the comments when I post the video. Everybody's been all nice, but I know there's a couple of scumbags, to put it nicely, that would say that.
Yeah,
You know, like
that's the nicest way to do it.
he's got to do what he's got to do. And if he's just not really wanting to play football anymore, I'd rather him just not play because either he's going to get hurt or it's just going to hurt the team. So
Yep, absolutely. Uh, yep. Well, I mean, everyone's kind of been mentioning it now that the news on us getting Nick Cross in the draft now looks even better now that you have McLeod and you have Cross there. I mean, all that depth really was needed now, wasn't it?
oh yeah, I mean, like when I saw them draft Nick Cross, it's like, okay, best player available, you got to take him. It adds to our safety group, which is good because with Blackman getting hurt, just last year, you never know what could happen. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think Khari Willis said anything about retiring. Maybe something popped up. So maybe Ballard was like, look, let's just get ahead of this now. But I don't know.
Yeah, maybe there was something behind the scenes. I mean, Ballard did go very heavy with, picking up guys in free agency with the safety position. So maybe there was
Yeah.
something said back in late March that, maybe had Ballard thinking that maybe he might potentially consider that.
Right. That could be the case for sure. I mean, who knows? He probably just drafted him for depth and just him being the best player available because that's what Ballard always says. He wants to
Yeah.
draft best players available. But it wouldn't surprise me if Khari Willis maybe talked about it with Frank Reich a little bit, maybe talked about, him being involved in ministry and whatnot and just getting more information. And then maybe Frank Reich talked to Ballard, said, hey, maybe we should get somebody else just in case. I don't
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. So now that Khari is retired, you think McLeod's going to end up being the one that gets the starting strong safety role?
I feel like at least for the first part of the season, it's probably going to be McLeod. But I mean, if you see Nick Cross go out there and he's dominating, then I could very well see them start Nick Cross.
Yeah,
So
I mean it'll be interesting to say the least.
definitely, I mean, at least they got guys that can step in. That's the thing. It's not like
Mhm.
last or when Luck retired and we had like Jacoby Brissett to be our new starting quarterback. So
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
there's some good
absolutely
players
agree.
back there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely agree on that. All right, well, I think that one's gonna do it for this live stream for me. I just wanted to do something really quick and simple. Obviously, guys, like I said, we've already made a video on this situation about Khari. Make sure you guys go check that out. Matt, again, thanks for joining me. I'm assuming you're gonna probably do a video later tonight.
Oh, I already uploaded it. I,
Oh,
I
you
was
already
able to
got
get it.
yours. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was able to record a short little video before I went to work.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day. Make sure to stay cool because obviously how warm it is. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
our power at work got knocked out. So I mean, not
Oh,
today. It was yesterday, but our like air conditioning is all just screwy. So
I feel you on that. Thank you. Jeez. All right. Well, thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Matt, appreciate you joining me. And
oh yeah.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts on this situation. And as always, guys, go Colts.